Hey, welcome back to another episode of ShadeX582 playing Stoneback 4. Alright, so get into this episode. We're going to do some progression. We did some base upgrades and stuff, and I think with this progression we're also going to need to do a little bit more base upgrades, but it should be fairly interesting, I think. It's going to be mostly a building episode, so if you guys don't like building, you may want to skip to the next one. But yeah, we're going to get into trying to proceed into the quest line, which means we're going to start to need to quest crafting Prometheum. We're going to get into the euphonium, I think, today as well. But both of these is going to dive us a little bit deeper into some autocraft, especially the Prometheum, because I'm not crafting all the steps that involve, manually for that. So, with this last episode, we found out, okay, we need the liquid darkness, right? Liquid darkness, it's going to mean we need the vat. Boom, we get the vat, okay, and liquid sunshine. Liquid sunshine, boom, okay? So the first thing we got to do is get to the liquid vat, and we can teach the system a lot of this stuff. I think some of it we're going to like manually create, but some of it we can teach the system manually. So let's go ahead to our pattern, right? Let's go to vat, and we'll teach the system how to alloy smelt some. Now should we do coal or coal dust? We're going to need to create coal dust anyway, so I guess we'll just teach the system how to do coal dust. And that's for sag mill with coal. Yep. Okay. And then we'll also teach the system how to create conductive alloy smelting, which means we're also going to need to teach the system. Well, wait. And then redstone alloy. Okay. And that being said, I think... Oh, annually, yeah, the rest of the stuff I think we can manually create. I don't think it's that big of a deal. The barrel, the void chassis. Ooh, maybe we should teach the system how to make iron out of iron blocks too. There's probably a better way of doing that. I think there was some kind of like, addition or something that you could put on the chest, so that the system knows it has access to, it can automatically convert in and out of iron and iron ingots, iron blocks and iron ingots. But for now, we'll just teach the system that. Okay, so these are going to the alloy smelter. Boom. Boom. And we're going to be smelting up a lot of alloy. So I tell you what, we did make one of these advanced alloy, or extended pattern, right? And since this is going to be doing a lot of them, let's go ahead and put the extended one on here. Okay, put that there. Yeah, that should be enough. So we'll put the alloys there. This goes into the sag mill. And let's put this here. And I think we're going to need to configure these. Wait. Yeah, so it can do push and pull. And same thing for this one. Push and pull. And is this already set up? Top is input output. Yeah, so that's already set up. Okay, so that should be those. And that's just for the matrix crafting. There we go. Boom. Okay. Outside of that, that should get us a vat, which I don't see why we shouldn't just, because that's the cool thing about the matrix thing we made. It's like you can hold a lot of patterns, so we can be kind of lazy with that. Okay, and so if we go here and we say, hey, can you get me a vat? I would need the void chases and a couple of iron gears, right? Void chase. Well, I guess we could just do it like this. Boom. And let's just go ahead and manually create some of these real quick. Now we can create that. And we can create a couple of these, right? And then tell the system to create one of these. And it should be auto. Yep, it's doing all that. Good, good, good. Nice. good. Yep, it's creating all the alloys it needs as well. And we're good. Alright. Vat. I think I want to stick this back here. I don't want to fill it with Voltra though, so I'm going to stick it like right here so it gets I don't think it needs power, does it? No, I don't think so either. Okay. But we will start outputting some stuff into this, right? So it needs water, I know that, and what are the resources we need? Liquid sunshine. No, not that one. Let's go back. I want to use the other one, the torch flower, because this we can get from the quartermaster. Let's go get that. Home spawn. And we'll go to the quartermaster, pick up one of these seeds, and we'll also go to the fabricator since we never really got into immersive engineering. We'll just pick one of these up because we're that lazy. Let's go back home. Oh no, home. I always do that. Go ahead and put a like down in the bottom if you also always do that. I do that a lot, actually. Sorry. Alright, so let's put this vat in the same place we have the other vat. And I'm noticing, you see how this is losing power? I'm pretty sure this episode we're probably going to have to end up, and this is like weird, it's not loading the preview. It should load the preview pretty easily. It's got some kind of problem where I have to like take this and replace it, and then it starts getting power back into the system. As you can see here, it's doing the 50,000 again now. So I'm not really sure what's going on here, but we're probably going to end up having to put this out into the overworld. But anyway, let's go into here, put our guarding shit, so that way it's getting water and it's getting power. Cool. We'll give it the seed, and let's go ahead and get a drawer. Should be able to craft that pretty easily. And some dirt. Right? Put the dirt in here. The drawer here. Give this a couple of smacks. Because I think it's going to need... we need 20,000, I know of this. And it's double. So if we need 10,000 liquid sunshine. And to make a bucket is just one of those. Okay, so yeah, so we need 10 of these. Okay. And let's go ahead and put... I guess we got some drops. Maybe a chicken came or something. Anyway. Back out. Yeah, I don't know why this is doing that with the power, but I'm pretty sure it's because, I don't know, it has problems with the compact machine. I don't know if there's any way to fix that. It used to be that you would have to export from the compact machine, like from the walls. It had like different like outputs you could do from the walls into the real world, but evidently it's making some kind of issue there. So in any case, go back up to the vat. And we will, oh, we got to put the, what is it? The glowstone blocks. Okay. 10 of these. And I'm going to need a tank. There we go. Put 10 of these here. Put 10 of these here. And we got to fill it up with water. Get 10 buckets of water. And I've had problems. I've tried before in the past to try to get this to automate, but man, getting the system to automate with liquids is a bit of a pain in the booty. But for a workaround, we'll just do this for now. Let's give this a couple of smacks. There we go. And as it fills up, we'll just fill that. All right. And when it's done, we'll put the water back into the system. Put that back down, put the liquid back in there, and now we need obsidian dust. Let's get like 10 obsidian. All right, and we'll put that in the crushing factory. Wait, did that go in the crushing factory? That's obsidian furnaces. Oh my lord. Well, we'll have this start crushing. And we'll go downstairs and put this back in the system. Oh, I guess we're full on some stuff. Interesting. Okay. So that should have created the dust indeed. And since we'll need, yeah, we'll need 20 of those because we need 2,000 buckets of this. Or 20,000 buckets of this. And what else was it for that? Oh, shard. And 20 of these. Right? And then no, again, we'll give it a little smackaroo. And as this empties out, we'll switch it again. Should we about 2 more? There you go, and we'll start putting that in there. Give one more little smack. There we go. Nice. So now we have the 20,000, and we'll put the remainder of the liquid into the system here. So now we have liquid. I got a couple buckets, a couple extra buckets. Okay. So now we have the liquid darkness. Boom, boom. Similar. Oh yeah, that's the last thing we're making. Okay, so let's go back into this right here. And again, because the system has issues with kind of doing this manually, we are doing it auto crafting with liquids. I don't know. I'll have to look more into it to see if it's like maybe something I just don't know. But every time I've tried to auto craft with liquids using AE2, I've had some issues, especially with the World Engine Auto because it has multiple inputs for liquids. So for me, it's better just to do it manually. Okay, so it's already got the Fortron in here. So let's put the liquid darkness in here now. Didn't I just have, did I put it? I guess I did. Okay. And we know we're going to need, that's the other thing. We're going to need more vibrant alloy. So we're going to have to teach the system vibrant alloy because we'll need 2 crafting sessions to get 16 for the quest, right? So let's teach the system. Oh wait, I just did that, didn't I? Yep. Let's teach the system vibrant alloy. Boom. And that's of course going to need energetic alloy, which is going to need conductive alloy. And we can put all that into the alloy smelter. And we should be able to request 16 more vibrant alloy. So we get this. Oops. Ah, we're going to be missing glowstone. We should be able to the crusher. Do we want to use the crusher? That creates 4 of them in the enrichment chamber. That's pretty slow though. That creates 1. Wait. What? Oh yeah. Sag mill, that creates 3, sometimes 4. We'll do this one. Yeah. So here. Boom. Let's go to the sag mill. Go. Get the sag mills down here. It is indeed. Boom. Now we should be able to request the vibrant alloy. 16 next. Cool. It's going to make it. It's going to be kind of slow because a lot of our machines don't have a lot of upgrades on it. So we're going to go help it along here. We got 7 hours on our thing here. So there we go. Nice. And that should tell me when I got 16 of the vibrant alloy. Although I'll see it making it here too. So there we go. It is done. Okay, so now I have 32 of those. Indarium block. I need 32 of these guys. Boom. Could be enough. Yeah. 2 of the cursed ingots. And then 64 the skulk. And I guess we'll get 8 more. Oop, put that back in there. There we go. That should be everything we need for 2 questing sessions or crafting sessions of this, right? There's 1. Oh, no. Hold on. Put that back in there. Because the Photron has to be in that spot. Which, again, is, you know, one of the reasons that we have issues crafting with liquids in this place. 7. Put this down. Go. Yeah, put the Photron in there. Now we can put the liquid darkness in there. And that'll be the next quest or the next crafting session, right? Oh, source. Did we pick up the source? We did. And the wand. There we go. And that should automatically put it in our system. There it goes. Boom. And that completes the quest line for the ancient Tesseract. You know, maybe this will be a better way to input fluids into our world engine, since it's like, but I don't know. It's kind of iffy on liquids, so we'll see. Maybe that's a thing. But let's go and turn this quest in. Let's go to spawn. Get to the ancient. And complete. There we go. Oh, they got that. That's nice. Relics, if we're going to level up relics. And we could also just buy like 2.5 hours of the temporal pouch if we wanted to. But we're not in any kind of debt with that yet. So let's go back to the world engine so we can get ready to turn the quest in. That. And then submit. Here we go. Nice and simple. It wasn't too bad. So we've got through the vat, we've got through the liquid darkness, but the big one that we're going to have to get into is the Prometheum, because that is a lot of little crafting inside of more crafting. It's kind of cool. And when I say cool, I say complicated. It's, you know, kind of complicated. Anyway, and we should probably put that in the system, because I do believe at some point, oops, I want this out of here. I do believe at some point we're going to need lava in order to make the singularities or something, right? So let's put the lava in the system, which we can easily do. If I didn't put my guy up here. Boom. And now we have however many buckets of lava that was in the system, which also frees up some space for us. Okay, so let's get to home. There's a lot of things we're gonna have to make to get through Prometheum, okay? But with the help of the auto crafting, it's not going to be as bad as it absolutely could be. Oh, Tesseract, cool. And it gave us another one. How about that? Let's put that in the system too. Okay, so going into here, the Prometheum. Whew. First, we're going to need to make an atomic forge, which we need to teach the system. Derek, Flexgate, Duratanium ingot, and I want to teach it that one. Okay, cool. So all these we're going to need to teach the system just to get to this. And for plastic, honestly, I know that we have a rubber chicken, and that was great and everything. But we're going to be super lazy, and we're going to just, just go feed it to the system. There we go. So that way it has all the plastic it needs, right? So, now we're looking at auto-crafting with the Oratech stuff. And to auto-craft with the Oratech stuff, not only do you need the pattern providers, but you also need to have an importers for these. And we're going to need 3 of them, one for the 2 machines we have now, and then the last one for the atomic forge, because they don't automatically output to the system, if I remember correctly. Which we could, I guess, just whoa. AMI import export bus. Oh, that does both of them. No, we just want this. Let's go here. And we could just teach the system this real quick because it's not hard. And also teach the system this because we're probably going to need more of these as time goes on. And since we do have a decent amount of space in our matrix core, not a reason not to. So let's request 3 of these. Nice. And it's making it. There we go. Got 3. And we also got the pattern providers right here. This one. Oh. Okay. So put the pattern providers in. Boom. And boom. And then we'll also put the exports in. And we'll just do it to the side. Cool. And we need to connect this to our system. Which should not be a problem right here. Boom. So these are now online. Oh, I gotta connect this one, right? Boom. Excellent. And now these are ready to be fed some patterns. Okay. So again, the first pattern we're going to look at is we're going to go for the indaric compound. Oh, wait. Let's get this another. Oh, yeah, that's for later. That's for when we get our guy going. Okay. So anyway. That anymore. The carrot compound. Yep. Need this. Which means we should. I don't think we've taught it how to create ender dust yet. Or did we? That's the crushing factory. Did we put it in the crushing factory? No, that's intro dust. Okay. Yeah, sag mill. We haven't taught it yet. And this goes in the... Wait. Are they not connected? These are online? Yeah, they're online. Well, I'll just manually put it in here. Okay, so that's this. And we're also going to need this to go in there as well. And we'll teach it to do electron ingot as well. Boom. Not the graphite, the coal dust. And teach the alloy smelting for gold and silver. And we'll teach you how to make silver using this. Just so it doesn't ever run out of silver. Right? I believe these. Oh, come on. There we go. That can go in here. And these can go in the alloy smelter. Oh, wait. This goes in here. Right. Cool. That takes care of that and that. Okay. Copper reinforced plating. You have to do the same thing with the iron or the copper, but I think we should be fine. Let's go here. We're going to use the assembling to make it because it's more efficient. And we'll put that in this one. Boom. Right? That's done. Another alloy. Go this one. And I guess we should maybe teach it how to get the platinum it needs. And I know there's a bit, like I said, there's probably a better way to get the platinum or to let the system know it can create platinum. But I don't know it off the top of my head. So I'm just going to be lazy and do it this way. I want to teach it that, hey, you can make platinum out of platinum blocks. And then this, of course, being the alloy. Teaches it that. Okay, now we need to teach this, which means we need to teach it this. And it already knows how to make platinum ingots out of the thing. We need to leave this on because we're probably going to need a good bit of these. Put that here. And then we'll put that in the system. Already knows how to create all of that. So we're looking at this now. It goes in the assembler. And this also will go in the assembler. Boom, boom. Okay. And then I think that should about do it. Now, if we teach it this, and we put this in the pattern and say, hey, give me one of these atomic ones. All right, yeah, it looks like it can craft everything. So we're gonna start it. These are kind of slow too, so you can excuse me, you can get these going a little faster with this too. And it's probably gonna be making a whole bunch of alloys, right? No? What's it stuck on? Oh, it's still creating that. Oh, oh wow. Excellent. Yeah, that's like way more complicated when you have to do everything by hand. All right, we're gonna stick this guy over here. We'll be fine. It needs to get cores. Machine cores. We'll need 5 more of these. Let's make some of these, just put them in the system. There we go. And 4 more of these now. Go. Uh-oh. Gonna have cave in. Nice. Okay. And this was for this time. I don't need it. Okay, so now we got the import bus. These can go in here now. So I'm going to put the pattern provider here. I'll put the import bus here. And this will also need to be connected to the system. Boom. Just like that. So that should, and it is online now, right? Now we're doing, look at the power. The power, dude. Oh, I'm frustrated with this power thing. Let me get through my crafting, please. Huh. Alright, back home. I guess we could just do G. There we go. That's G is my shortcut key to get out of there. Anyway. It's doing it again. This up, man. Okay, okay. We're gonna have to take care of this. Okay, let's put this here. 5. Let's put some stuff up in our inventory. Steel we could put in the system. The rest of the stuff can kind of go up here in our inventory. This here. Go up there. Okay, because we are going to move that whole power system into, I guess I'll put it at the world engine. That's where I like to have my power anyway. We'll let this fill up. So the system will be powered for a little while. Oop. Should fill up pretty quickly when it's 4 times. That's just, I don't know. I guess it just sucks that you can't put it in here because I like having like this little room just for like our power generation and this generation, which we haven't really been keeping up with this either, have we? No, we have not. Here. And boom. Boom. Okay. And we'll put this up into the system. Okay. Anyway, that should be full now. Yep, it's full. Okay, let's we're gonna break all this down. We'll break all this down and we're gonna move it into the overworld. Since it's being a little bit of a pain in the booty. Now I would use I've tried to use the copy and paste for this as well one time, but it just messes it up. Not worth the hassle. The direwolf copy and paste. It like for some reason doesn't keep something. It's I don't know. Oh yeah, we're gonna get eggs too, aren't we? Yep. Yeah. Alright, let's put these in the system. And the seeds too. Whew. It's a good amount of seeds. All right, yeah, we had enough space for everything. We'll leave this here for now, just because it's providing power to the system. Just the other stuff the system's doing. We'll go to the world engine. And I think what I'd like to do is we got a lot of space over here. Oop. That is right here is pretty much always chunk loaded because the world engine, if you didn't know, is actually like way far below your base. That's the base up there, 145 meters up. So it's in the same chunk, so it's already chunk loaded. Let's go ahead with 9, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and where's the copper one? I'm blind, aren't I? Where's the copper furnace? I can't be that blind. Hey, did I put in a system? Yeah, I did. I don't know when I did that, but okay. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Excellent. Wait, something doesn't seem right. Something seems amiss. Iron, copper. Oh, there's 2 iron? No, that's a silver. I thought this was supposed to be like, oh, I needed to go out one more. That's what it was. Okay. Where's my, there it is. Ugh. Can't be nitpicky. There we go. No, that still messes it up. Something's wrong. There should be 9 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, there are. So what's going on? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, it needs to go longer one. That's what it was. There we go. I know. I'm being super picky. Yeah, that's better. Okay, and then the rainbow one will go here. Let's get all these in here. Cool. Let's get the cloches up. So we're gonna need, this is the flour. Okay, there's the lava. Here's the chicken. The power and the water. Here's the water. Power. Got the dirt. Okay, so we got a space for the drawers. Here goes the closest should be right here. All right, and then we'll have the water goes right here with its little fluid pipe. And then we have the chicken seeds first, these. Oh, nope, not those. These. Nice. And then the chicken coop, which I think kept the chicken in there. Yep. And it should have kept its, yep, it goes up. Excellent. And then this goes here. This should be pulling from the left. Oh. East, left. Okay, so yeah, it should automatically be pulling from there. All right. And then let's put our seeds up. Let's get our other, there we go. This goes here. Get some dirt, got your seed. Should be getting power. As soon as I put the power here. Boop, now it's getting power. Same thing for this guy. Give it one of the seeds. It's getting power. Okay. We've got that handled. Let's get our item pipes out. Here. We will disconnect those. items. Nice. So we don't need it here. And we don't need it here. Right. Excellent. Okay. And then we will finish these off. Nice. We will... Now we got to reconfigure the... Ooh. Yeah, we got space. Okay, I was about to say, did we forgot the power? But we got space for it. Power here. Boom, boom. Ooh. Can you believe this? Nope. Well, I guess we could move the whole thing forward again. I mean, it would just be the furnaces, to be honest. So
3 hours later.
okay, sorry about that. So now we got it set up. It's not gonna have a problem with that because that would just cycle the power to like empty. So that would have been a bad thing. Anyway, let's start configuring these as well. So here we go. And we gotta do this here. Boom. And that is going. Everything looks good. Everything looks good. Let's go back to the house and get our color here. Okay. Yeah, see now it's generating. I don't know. It just has problems, I guess. Go back to world engine. There. We gotta do output to the top. Nice. And boom. Nice. And that's filling up the rest of the system here. Should level out in a moment. So we could see about how much it's getting. Let's look at the connections. Okay. Yeah, so it's definitely filling it up. Main power is taking like 6,000, but that's because I think it's probably filling up the cables that were up there too. So it should be fine. Now that this is here, hopefully we won't see that same issue where we're running out of power for some reason. That just didn't make sense to me. Any case, this thing has been going for a minute too, hasn't it? Excellent. Boom. That should be plenty. And actually what we'll do is we won't turn it off. I guess we can just throw this back in here. Throw these in here too. But we do need to designate it to this guy. There we go. You go there. Wait, I guess maybe like... Does it matter? Does it have to be the top one? I don't know. There we go. So now it's going to be powering that. Okay. So where we left off at. Now we can finally get into 5, 2, 7, 3. It's like where I like my stuff. Okay. Finally get into autocrafting the Prometheus. Got this quest line done. This is going to be the next big step, okay? So we're going to need to teach the system a lot of things in order to get that done. Let's start out with this guy, right? This guy goes into the engraving. Put engraving over here, okay? But obviously we're going to need to teach it this, which is also engraving. We're going to use this recipe. I never really used this one, but I like this one just fine. So we're going to teach the system how to make one of those. Again, that goes into engraving. We're going to need to teach the alloy smeltering, this one right here. Okay. And then back into what we're doing. this. I need this, this. This will manually make for now. Just because we can. We're gonna need to teach it that. Which I believe, yes, yeah, we could do that. Okay, let's get back to this again. I think that handles this because that's all of that. The superconductors. Okay, that goes. Okay. Okay, so we need to teach the system that. I believe, yeah, it's already there. Won't get into that just yet. Let's go back here. So that takes care of these guys, right? That's, you know what? Yeah, these guys. Okay, let's do this one now. Gonna need an AI chip. This, this. This, this, this. And I think, yeah, okay. That's everything that we're gonna need to teach it, I believe. So, let's get into the stuff we're gonna manually make real quick first. This we can manually make. This is gonna require reaction chamber, right? Because that requires a block. Yep. And that requires the reaction chamber. So we're going to need to make one of these too. All right. Let's get into it. Okay. That's not too bad. Ultimate control circuit should not be too bad. We need 2 of them. Let's see. Alloys. We can do... Let me get a diamond out real quick. Diamond. This. And maybe we should just teach the system alloys too. I don't know. If we're going to do that, we need this many. Okay, go here. Put that in here. One of these will be that. One of them, yeah, we had a little bit of refine in there. Will be this. Got the atomic alloy. Now that we will never need to make those again, hopefully. Okay. That was for, we're trying to make the ultimate circuit, right? This one. Boom. Already craft that, so we need to learn how to craft this one. Which means we need to learn how to, oh, we can already request this? Okay. So if we go into our the assembler, what this, and so does that mean we'll be able to request 2 of these now? Yep. So that takes care of that. We're gonna need the energy. 8 of these. Where's the reaction chamber? Need an extended machine frame. These guys. Cool. Nice. And I believe, let's get the ultimate. These 2 guys out of there. Nice. A little accomplishment, right? And now we can put that in there, put that in there. And if you didn't know, the world engine is called Dummy. That in there. Just one of these. Should be pretty quick. And this needs, I believe it needs power and connection to the system, so I think should be able to do that up here pretty easily, you know? Do I want to connect? I think I do. Uses a little bit more, but I think it'll look a little cleaner. Boom. Plus it gives us a place to put the reaction chamber. Right? Okay. So now we have a reaction chamber. Oh, we gotta give it a... What's it called? Pattern. Pattern. Right. Don't I have those though? Not like a few of them. Yeah, here we go. We got here. Got here. Here we go. Alright. Done, done. Okay. We were working on this thing. Which, of course, means we're going to need one of these things. Okay. Ender dust I've already taught. And I can just throw some skystone dust into the system. I don't know if we ever need more than that or not, but that being said, yep, there. What else did we need? Is that it? Yeah, the rest of the stuff isn't. Oh, wait. Needs a liquid, doesn't it? Ah, okay. Water. And this. Okay, so that's just a crusher. Yeah, we're going, man. It gets, like I said, it gets complicated. It gets complicated. Okay. Put this into the crusher. Boom. And that was so that we can create the liquid. Oh. There we go. For this. Which of course goes in the reaction chamber. And then this goes in the reaction chamber. And since we're right here, we'll just stick this in here. Cool. And I believe, can we request that now? Yep. Let that go. Oh, we gotta put exports on this thing. Nice. And it's making it. And silicone will start on this as well while we wait for that to get done. And I do also need to just teach the system this as well, I think. Boom. I should be able to take this and some redstone. And we'll be able to craft up. Boom, boom, and boom. And we'll teach the system. Well, wait, we can't. We could teach the system this, but let's just go ahead and make the circuit, right? Boom. Oop. All right. Here, here, here. Boom. And we can teach the system the quantum. Quantum processor. Nice. So got through that, got through that, got through that. Okay. Processing unit. Do that real quick. That is in the assembling. We already taught the system how to do the fiber strands, right? Yep. Okay. So should be able to request this. Boom. And this is in engraving as well. Okay, So that's engraving. These are engraving. This is smelting, alloy smelting. That there. Yep. And that one. And then, yep, go in here as engraving. Nice. This is also engraving. Nice. This is regular crafting. Did I teach the system add mining? I don't think so because it's not showing up in it. So let's teach the system this. Oh, we had it. Okay. I had made the blank recipe, but I haven't taught it to the system yet. Let's start throwing this stuff in here. Okay. All this is engraving. And then alloy smelting are these two. All right. Okay. Excellent. And now we should be able to teach the system this. Okay. This one, yeah, we haven't taught the system anything of that yet. So that's where we're gonna have to get into that one now. Let's put this in the system. Boom. Okay. Now we're gonna need 4 Prometheus, right? For the quest, which means we're gonna need 8 of these guys. All right. No, each one. How much does each Prometheus require? 2 of these. So 8 of these. Which means, what do these take? Okay. I think that means we're going to need like 16 of these. Shouldn't be bad. That's just redstone blocks. And these we're going to do manually. There is a way to automate these pretty simply, but for now, we could just pop this out real manually. Okay, and redstone, 16 of these, 16 bricks, which we don't have, but we will go get them. It's not hard to create bricks. Got plenty of clay. Make sure they don't stack. Okay, and then we will throw all that clay in here. Nice. Cool. Wait, I picked up the wrong thing. 16 of those and 16 red dye. Which we can create these pretty simply as well. Okay. Go in here to our empower. That in there. That in there. Still need a block in there. Boom and boom. Start smacking this. Maybe a little bit faster. It's not gonna be enough time. All right. That creates a 16 of these guys. Okay. That's in there. So that handles that part. The superconductor can be assembled like so. And then these guys are just a regular Didn't I teach this system in the... thought I did. I guess I did not. Okay. Let's teach the system energetic alloys. Oh yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I would have remembered that. Okay. And that goes in the alloy smelter. Okay. Oh, we taught it two of these. Yeah, okay. We messed that up. That's okay. Let's put the blank pattern back in there. That one too. These two are in the assembler. Yeah. They have crystal. So no, that assembler. This one. Machine core, I guess. Okay. Wait, superconductor. No. Yeah. And then go into assembler. Yeah. Okay. This one. Right? Okay, this is weird. I guess it's reading both of those as the same thing. Odd. This is just a regular craft, I believe. Right? Yep. And that does create this. Yeah, because we already got, okay, so that should be fine with that. There we go. Boom. I want to say maybe we're ready. I guess we'll see. Let's see what happens. What quest did we get done? Storage. Oh, reaction chamber. Okay. And Oratech getting further. Yeah, okay, cool. All right. Let's see if all this work pays off. So we need 4 of these. Next. Nickel. We need to teach the system how to make nickel. But that's a good sign because that means that it knows how to make everything else. So recipe, boom. And we'll put that here. And let's see if it'll let us do it now. For these, start. Give these a little smackaroo. We know you're going to need that. It's going to need to do a lot of these as well. Give everybody an old smackaroo. Look at it go. That's what I'm talking about. And you can also, if you right click on the processing unit, it'll tell you what it's making. Look at it go. Yep, and this is also creating its stuff. Cool, cool, cool. Look at it go, man. That's what I'm talking about. See, this is why we do auto crafting, because that Prometheus bar with all that little bitty, ins and outs to make it is a pain in the booty usually. But with the auto crafting system, it's just waiting for the craft to start and to go. Now this is gonna, because we don't have any upgrades, this will also take a little while. Let's see if we can. There it goes. Look at it. It's already created the superconductors and advanced chips. And oh man, that's awesome. Oh man, it's already on that step. It is going quick, guys. That's great. What's it waiting on? Get it. Oh yeah. Did I really need that many? I guess I did need that many superconductors because the system made it. Using up all of our time. That's fine. It's worth it. Oh, look at it go. It's already on making the Prometheus. Oh, that's awesome. If I'd have done this manually, it'd take me like 3 episodes. Oh, man. Look, it's already got 2 of them. It's getting the last couple. Nice. Good job, automated machines. That's gonna take forever, isn't it? There we go. That last one. Boom! Autocrafting complete. We got the Prometheus done. And yeah, we only needed one for the quest, right? That got done with the quest. But if you look into the Resonant Void, you need 4 in order to get the 2 of the Resonant Void. You need to complete the whole quest line. So that's what we did. So, man, we have gotten a lot complete in this episode as far as it goes. We had to move our power station. It shouldn't have any problems now keeping up with the power demand for the immediate future. We've got a lot of auto crafting we got completed, upgraded, and got some more machines in order to get things done. So with that being said, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. You know, if you've had any comments or any suggestions, leave those down in the comments down below. And you know, if you have any, want to make me put these out faster, if you want to motivate me, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And as always, have a great day.